Hey everyone, welcome to episode 9 of the Holy Schway podcast. In this podcast, we're going to be talking about Arrow, which is ending next season with season 8. And we'll also be talking about our thoughts on Captain Marvel as we saw it this weekend. And with me today is the amazing Arcanize
Hey guys, what is up?
and the incredible Infotex.
What's up, everybody?
Alright, so we're starting with Arrow, I think, yeah?
Yes.
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
Um,
So, Everest, why don't you start talking about what you think about this Arrow is ending news?
oh god. So I feel like every single one of us knew that Arrow was on its last legs, kind of,
Yeah.
and getting into the back half of its run.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And I pretty much expected it to end after season 8. But it just shows you can be totally ready for something and no, it's gonna happen,
Exactly,
and it
yeah.
just still hits you so hard.
Mhm.
And just the way that they came out and said it with, Stephen Amell's live stream and all that, it was really emotional. I was pretty depressed for the first couple days there.
Yeah.
And
Oh yeah.
I really respect them for doing this and ending it on their terms,
Yeah.
because they don't want it to just get canceled and then they can't do anything. They want to give the fans a proper ending. And with the 8th season only being 10 episodes, your mind's got to be on Crisis on Infinite Earth
Mm-hmm.
and the deal with the Monitor in Elseworld.
Yeah.
And it's just really sad because this is my favorite live action TV show of all time. I love Arrow so much, and watching it for 5 years now, 4 or 5 years,
Mm-hmm.
it just means so much to me. I love the characters, I love the show, and the world that it's created, the Arrowverse, and it's allowed me to meet you guys, basically, so that's
Yeah.
pretty
Hey,
cool.
what's up?
So, yeah, I'm going to be really sad, and I just hope that the other shows carry on Oliver's legacy,
Right.
and
Yeah.
don't really just end Arrow and then everything's fine and it goes on. I want there
Yeah,
to be
exactly.
an impact.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it's pretty sad. I love this show so much, and I thank everyone. Stephen Amell's been a great role model,
Oh yeah.
but I get that they don't want to be on season 13 and the show's garbage and then it just gets canceled. And
Yeah, Steven
Yeah.
himself said that this ain't Supernatural, so
Right.
yeah,
It could've.
it's been a good run. It's no Supernatural, but
It could have though, and I feel like it could have managed, but I'm glad they did.
I mean, I feel like they were testing the possibility. I think they all knew Steven wanted out, and so I think they were testing the waters with having testing what the flash forwards could do with Emiko Queen, all that stuff, just in case they want to continue without Steven. But I think now they're like, nah.
Right.
yeah, right. So I respect their decision, but this is still really sad because the show's changed my life in a great
yeah.
way. So yeah.
Yeah. Again, I agree with everything that you said. It's really sad to see the show finally go. 8 years is an amazing run. I love Steven. I love the whole cast. And again, just like you said, it means so much to me. And I think for me personally, the show was great. It's an amazing show. But for me, I think it's more the memories that go along with the show and how much the show has taught me. I met you guys. We started a podcast, all branching from Arrow and this universe. And I've grown so much as a person from this show. And seeing this show finally go is pretty heart-wrenching, if we're being completely honest.
Yeah.
I spent the first couple of days just depressed over it. And it took me a few hours to be oh yeah, this is actually ending. Holy
Yeah.
crap! This is real.
Yeah.
And
This is it. Oh
Right.
God.
right. And I'm very curious what they're going to do after he dies. What they're going to do with his legacy. And I definitely want them to always be doing these references to him and always just randomly mention him. And they do that as is, but I definitely want them to keep on doing that. And like we said, it is returning for 10 episodes in season 8. Yeah, season 8.
Yep.
And I definitely want them to make that like almost like an anniversary season. Bring
Yeah,
back
same.
Like,
I want a whole kind of anniversary season, but that still tells its own story.
And I want one episode this season just to have this huge hurrah, maybe episode 9 before the crossover of just all these random characters returning. Like maybe Oliver gets inside a coma or something and he dreams like all these characters coming back. We could get Robert, we could get Prometheus, we could get Tommy, all these characters coming back, kind of to honor the 8 episode run that it's had and all the amazing characters that we had over the years. Bring back like Malcolm and Slade and all these amazing characters. And I feel like we just need that because, like, okay, it's not unlikely for a show to get on 8 seasons. Like, it's happened. But I don't think it's just Arrow. But you also introduced Arrow, Flash, Legends, Supergirl, all these other shows. And it honestly changed the TV industry or in the superhero industry, and I do think we had a lot of other popular shows and stuff, but this made the DC TV community stronger and made these shows popular again, and it inspired a bunch of these other shows with like Black Lightning and Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and all these other shows that I don't think would even be a thing. This new DCU universe, we got Titans and Doom Patrol, I don't think would be a thing without Arrow, and it inspired so many people. It's going to be hard to see it go. It's going to be really hard to see the show go.
Yeah. I want a Green Arrow statue in Star City.
Yes.
I think that's going to have to happen.
Yes.
They do it for Black Arrow.
I want a Green Arrow statue. I want, some sort of huge funeral with,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
That's assuming he dies, but is it safe to say?
I mean, I think someone's going to take up the Green Arrow mantle. Whether we actually see it or not, I think in the history of the Arrowverse, someone's going to become the Green Arrow.
Part of me wants it to be Roy.
For Oliver Queen, I think it's pretty safe to say that, before I would have been skeptical, but the fact that it is 10 episodes, it's just, I don't know, it's hard to be optimistic that.
What I think is going to happen is that the crossover is still going to be episode 9, because I can't see them having the final episode of Arrow be a crossover episode. I think that's definitely not going to happen. What's going to happen is up to episode 9 is going to be 9 is going to be the crossover. Then episode 10 will be the final episode. All the other shows will have gone on mid-season, but Arrow will have one more episode, which will be mid-December-ish. So then, if all the other shows aren't on, they can have Barry come over for Oliver's funeral, or have the Supergirl stick around on our
they could
Earth
have
or whatever to be there.
Yeah, but I
have all of the heroes there, kind of like Superman's, exactly.
Yeah.
Yes.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah, I'm down for that, yeah.
Have them, have this super emotional thing in, episode 9 or whatever, and then...
Have all the heroes kind of lifting Oliver's coffin or whatever.
Oh, yes.
Yes. All of them.
I think that's what they're going to have to do. Something
episode
like that.
10,
yeah,
Green Arrow statue, maybe, or Oliver Queen statue,
and
everything, funeral, all the characters there.
And then they can do what they used to do with the old cartoons and stuff, and throughout the episode you just kind of have Arrow's best moments kind of thing, and you just kind of see flashbacks to all these different stuff that he's done throughout the 8 years. That'd be really good. Okay, yeah. Alright.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm down for that actually.
I'm really down for that. I was thinking something like that. I was thinking it'd be kind of weird to have it be the final episode of the crossover. So if they do that, all the others can be on mid-season, and then Connor said, it allows all these characters to.
Here's my thing. I really don't want them to go for that be their mid-season. I want these shows to be the finale kind of, and just have a short season, because I really don't want to come back after the crossover and after Oliver's death. And and just
I don't want that at all. I'm just.
Oh no! Godspeed has got away again. God damn it! I know.
Oh, hey, my best friend just died. Oh, wait a minute. Godspeed's loose. Okay.
Just for listening.
I agree. It's not going to feel right.
No.
Arrow's been headlining these shows for the last 8 years, or 7 years.
It's
the
honestly
fact that it's
the most
gone.
important show.
Yeah.
And they've on 48 less shows, it would be perfect to have a short season, because they've already teased possible villains for next season. I talked about this a lot before. We got we have Red Death or Godspeed over on the Flash, that they can do either one of them. There's also Red Daughter for Supergirl, which I really beg they don't do that this season and do pull a Green Ray.
Like, they might, but I really don't think they can. We're so late into the season
Right.
at this point.
Well,
It has to be Agent Liberty.
Well, Queen Rhea, they introduced her like 5 episodes for
They
the
did, yeah.
finale, and I'm just like, why?
They're handling Red Daughter so weirdly.
Yeah, I hope it's the next season. I really do.
Yeah, same.
But yeah, Oliver, I don't know. I don't know about this.
So yeah,
I
just thinking realistically, I think they're gonna do that, and it's gonna be dumb. But
mhm.
I mean, that would be better, I think, to just have a short season and
Right.
end it with like Arrow's kind of funeral thing and
And honestly, though, I
big
think,
memory episode, and then it's done.
I think that they should just do that, like, in general. Like, I think all the Arrow shows should have 10 to 13 episodes, period. Like, that's
Oh,
it.
for sure, yeah.
It would be so much
Yeah,
better.
definitely, because
Shows drag on
23,
far too long.
22 episodes, that's like, honestly, that's like 6 to 10 episodes
Yeah.
of filler.
It creates too much stuff. They have to pad out the season too much,
Mhm.
and they
Yeah.
have to fill episodes here or there. Like, yeah, it can create some pretty good solo episodes. It doesn't have to exactly set up anything, but at the same
Mhm.
time, you have too many of
Yeah.
those that turn out to be filler and just don't add anything to the overall show.
Yeah, well, if you even look at 18, because Legends did a 18-episode season, and it was good. They didn't have too many filler. I mean, they did have some, obviously, but I think it worked. I would rather an 18-episode season or 13, because I think they do want their filler. We also have the crossovers. We have, like, episode here and there. Like, we have that, like, King Shark stuff. So I think they do want a couple filler here or there. They can do some
I
cool
don't think
stuff
it's that
with.
they want filler. I think it's just that they want that the CW wants enough episodes to go for the main TV season the whole year round,
Yeah.
and to do that, they need 23 episodes or 22 episodes.
But
Yeah,
they also
yeah.
want to do special stuff like here or there just to kind of further
Yeah.
their plan. And honestly, some of the filler is some of the best episodes that we have ever got. Like Flash Time last season was phenomenal.
Enter Flash Time is filler. Like,
Yeah,
it's-
but it's one
totally
of their best
filler.
episodes. So I do like filler to a certain extent. But it's like what the Flash has been doing, where it's like half the filler just nobody cares about. And Arrow, if you
Yeah.
really think about it, half of the Arrow episodes of the season has been good, but it's useful filler because it's exploring the character's character development as a whole, and we're experiencing some of these other things, which I think is very useful, especially for season 8, because I feel like season 8 is going to be like nitty gritty, just down to the point, without too many filler. At least hopefully. Hopefully.
What I'm hoping is that the first half of all of next season is going to be just basically preparing for Crisis,
Yeah.
or
Oh
in
yeah.
Arrow's case, wrapping everything up. Then
Yeah.
from the mid-season onwards, with all the other shows, is when their actual villains of the season are going to be.
Oh yeah. I
Yeah,
Up
that
until,
would
like,
be better.
mid-season is
That,
Crisis.
that kind of allows them to do like a mini Crisis series, sort of.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
And then they have like a 13-episode season,
I would
like
like.
after.
Yeah.
Maybe
I
that's
think
why they're
going-
setting up the villains for next season now, because they're going to have next to no time next season.
Yeah. I kind of want all the,
Maybe.
go ahead. I kind of would like
I-
all these seasons, like all the season cliffhangers to be somewhat tied to Crisis. So like maybe you see like in a finale of the Flash or something, you just see like a portal just like open up, and you see like Black Lightning just like walk through and be like just like where the hell am I or something, something, and maybe the finale of Arrow, you could just see the Monitor just like walk through and be like we gotta talk, Oliver, and just end it or something.
Yeah.
They could do the same thing with
Yeah.
like Supergirl with like, something.
Black Lightning can come through the 16th annual Flash Blue Sky portal.
Exactly.
Yeah. With Black Lightning, I do think will absolutely be part of the crossover in some way. Like, they'd be stupid not to. Like, it's...
See, the fact that he's on the CW and that he's, his
A
show
DC
runs alongside these
character.
shows.
Yeah.
And that, yeah.
I say, if they don't merge it this season, it's done. It's done
Yeah.
for. There's no way. The rating... And I think that's really the only reason that it got renewed was because of Crisis. Because the ratings suck. And this doesn't have a huge fan base, so they could have easily just canceled it and it would have no effect, like, whatsoever.
I mean, to be fair, we don't exactly know what the deal is with any of the DC TV shows next season besides Arrow. We thought Arrow was getting a full season. Now we're finding out it's only getting half a season.
Mhm.
Maybe the same is true for Black Lightning and Legends of Tomorrow, or Supergirl, or Flash, or
I
whatever.
really
Maybe they're
Yeah.
only getting half
Yeah.
seasons next season.
I
We don't
really-
Yeah,
actually
like,
know.
we don't know. They could surprise us.
Yeah.
That'd be nice.
But, like, just thinking realistically with the
See-
CW, I don't know.
The CW
Yeah, I bet they
hate
do that with two shows.
they hate taking chances, so they like to do the same old every single year because they don't want to ruin the ratings that they have, and doing that, it's ruining their ratings. So I definitely need the Arrow.
Hey, Meanie, the Flash and Arrow have like one less episode this season.
Okay.
Yeah, what the heck?
Come on, Ted.
And
I need my extra episode filler.
Yes.
Superhero
We
2.
need that. We need that last episode of Iris and Caitlin going to a bar and getting drunk. While
Exactly.
just Mario hopping everywhere.
I need another time loop episode of Cisco going on a date with it repeating itself.
Yeah.
No. Oh, and that's what it is.
I want Nora and Barry going to an ice cream shop for a full episode.
Exactly. Yeah, that Happy Harbor ice cream shop they were going on about in the premiere. I need to see that.
Yes. That is what makes good TV. That is what gets.
That's
you.
good writing. That is good Flash writing.
That's great Flash writing.
And I really hope that next season is like a soft reboot for like almost all the shows, to be honest. Or especially the Flash. They need serious changes.
I mean, I think in some way there's going to be huge changes from the mid-season onwards, because Crisis on Infinite Earths isn't just this big event; it's the merging of all of the Earths.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
there needs to be some huge things happening because of this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And Oliver isn't.
So
Go ahead.
do you think like maybe I don't know. Actually, I don't know. But since like Arrow's ending, do you think maybe somehow they get they use like Deathstroke again somehow, and Deathstroke dies?
Oh yeah, I think they can definitely use Slade Wilson again if they want, because Deathstroke in the DCEU is like non-existent at this point.
Yeah, so like maybe they use him and they do something like with him, or maybe he like does, or I don't know. I want to see Deathstroke again in the final.
The fact that Joe Wilson's back makes me feel like, or Kane Wolfman or whatever they're calling him, makes me feel like they can use whatever Deathstroke related characters they want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Joe was basically wearing the Deathstroke outfit in the crossover.
Oh yeah, he was Deathstroke now.
Yeah, he was.
What I will go ahead.
Maybe they get Slade back, and I don't know. Maybe they,
I'm assuming the reason he hasn't been back is because Manu's busy.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
What I would love to have is almost like a makeshift Legion of Doom, kind of. So we can have Mark Hamill's Trickster, almost like a Joker. We can get Lex Luthor, because he's amazing, or at least inside the trailer. Then we can have Deathstroke. We can have Reverse Flash, and almost like these, like, a huge, like, main characters versus them. I don't know. And then maybe you could do, like, Phantom Savage, maybe just for the Legends, for they can have, like, a villain or something. But
that'd be awesome. My only problem is that for Deathstroke in the Legion, I want it to be Joe Wilson, because I feel like to have Slade become a villain again would take away from his character development.
It'd be so bad for his character.
Because the reason why Slade did what he did isn't because he's a villain, it's because the Miracle was messing with his mind.
I think
Slade in the Arrowverse has never been a villain.
And that's what they played with, like, ever since that Miracle got out of his, like, mind.
Yeah.
He's been Oliver's buddy again.
He hasn't been a great person, but
they could do, like, another
He hasn't been a villain.
They could do, like, him from, like, Earth 22 or something.
New Deathstroke.
Yeah. And then we can have, like, a Deathstroke, like, versus Deathstroke thing or something. I don't know. And honestly, it wouldn't surprise me if we saw Deathstroke inside of the finale, because I do think Dante is going to have something to do with, like, the Suicide Squad that we got now. Maybe. I don't know. They just killed, what's his face, so.
If we don't see Prometheus in season 8, big disappointment.
I'd like if the Crisis on Infinite Earths, like, in Arrow's part of the crossover, they could have it that a ton of Earths are kind of colliding, and Oliver has to fight a ton of villains from his past, but they're from different Earths. So they can bring, like, Tommy Merlin and his Dark Archer, bring Chase back as Prometheus, all the stuff like that. Just bring all of the villains in, and they're from different Earths, so you can pick whoever you want.
Just give me Josh Segura, like...
Exactly. He needs to be back.
He's such a good actor.
Who do you think will be the villain of season 8 for the Arrow?
For Arrow? I would love it to be Tommy Merlin, but a Dark Archer version of him, because that's something I've wanted since season 1.
Same.
And since it's the final season,
exactly,
and
be
season
full
1
circle.
was his father, Dark Archer, I think it'd be...
Yes. They need something to connect to his past. So
Definitely. You can't... I don't think you can have someone completely new
No.
for the final.
No,
Okay,
definitely
if you
not.
do,
season.
he has to do something major, like kill Diggle or something. Like he has to be,
Yeah.
he has. All the best Arrow villains have connected to Oliver in some way. You know,
Yeah.
you got
It's like-
Malcolm Merlin, you got Deathstroke, you got Prometheus, has all kind of connected to Oliver. But when you
Oh
got
yeah,
like
'Cause-
all like Ra's al Ghul and Damien Dark and like, and even though I do like Ricardo Diaz, he doesn't connect with him. And that's something I think that made
yeah,
the good
it's
villains
always
good.
like some of it's like, okay, why does Ricardo Diaz hate all so much?
I think it'd be cool if, like, because we know that Malcolm Merlin and Robert Queen, before Oliver and Tommy got sucked into this life, we know that Malcolm and Robert didn't get along at all, so much so that Malcolm tried to kill Robert and he basically succeeded. So I think it'd
Yeah.
be cool if, to bring that Malcolm-Robert rivalry down, now their sons are enemies, Tommy and Oliver are
Yeah.
against it for the final season. It would be a nice little way to come full circle from the first season flashbacks.
Oh yeah,
Oh yeah.
because
I-
that'd just be great.
Yeah.
Like they need to bring it full circle because
Yeah.
you know season 5 kind of did that too.
Yeah.
Season 5 did great, I thought.
Yeah.
But I feel like this season needs to do it like even better, but in a little bit of a different way.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I either want for season 8, I either want, like you said, Tommy Merlin, a revived version of him where like he's all savage from the like Lazarus pit, and can you just imagine like he would be like so weirded out and like confused for him being dead for like 7 years? Like holy
I
crap.
don't think that'd work.
No?
I personally think that if they're going to do something like that, it's going to turn out Tommy's been alive for years. I don't think they're going to bring him back to life now.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Especially since Roy and Thea have already been off destroying the Lazarus pits, what's left of them. To
Yeah.
discover that there's one Lazarus
Honestly,
pit
I
left
don't
and Tommy
like
was
the
put into it.
I don't like the Lazarus pits.
Yeah.
I feel like they're just a cheap way to bring people back to life. To be
I
honest.
mean, yeah, I mean, I
It's
guess
like,
you can see that.
oh, we need someone who's dead to not be dead. Yo, Nanda Parbat, what's up?
Which I feel like Arrow does a better job at it than like Gotham, because at this point it's so ridiculous every single time. Oh, this guy's back now. Oh, okay. Like it's like they don't even care. Like Jerome this
But there's,
season,
like,
I don't know. It's so
Yeah.
ridiculous.
there's a perfect excuse for Tommy to be back, though. Malcolm was off. Malcolm had his own personal Lazarus pit that he used to resurrect himself after Oliver killed him.
Mhm.
It's perfectly reasonable
Yeah.
to assume that he took Tommy's body and put it in in his own personal Lazarus pit
Yeah.
and has kept Tommy hidden for the
That-
last so many years.
That I would be down for.
Yeah.
Like something like that, I think would be
Yeah.
cool. I don't like some of the stuff they've done with the Lazarus pit, but
Yeah.
like that, I think.
Sarah
would be...
did feel a little forced. Like
Yeah.
And I mean, Malcolm could be like, I don't know, he could have been, and thinking like, yeah, I think that'd be cool.
yeah. I
Like,
either
maybe
want.
he's been hiding and training for like years, Tommy.
Oh,
Plus, I feel like, especially towards the end of the season, like Tommy is, I don't know the actor's name, but like he was
Owen Donald.
really good.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
No, he's
that
great. I
one.
love him.
And just
Only
that
thing
one-
is that
was-
he's so busy in Chicago
Mhm.
PD
Med,
or
yeah.
Chicago MD that he's
Yeah.
like
I think it's PD.
barely around.
Yeah, it's
for
like that
sure.
one Doctor Show. Yeah.
He only gets on cameos now.
Yeah.
Yeah, true. That's it. And if like I would either want Tommy or Robert Queen from like Earth 2. Like I've always wanted to see that version of
Yeah.
him.
I would like Robert Queen from Earth too.
Yeah. I think he'd be
Yeah,
a really
that'd
cool
be
villain too.
Mhm.
And like
He might still be alive because we only know he was arrested.
right.
And that was
Yeah.
back in Flash season 2 as well.
Honestly, I'm hyped. I don't know if they're still doing it this season, but I'm hyped for that like season or the Earth 2 like episode that we're supposed to be getting. Like, oh my gosh, I'm so hyped for
Yeah,
that.
I think that was
Yeah.
the one Flash pickle Laurel we got.
Is
I
it?
think that's what they were alluding to.
Yeah.
That's stupid.
You guys are all forgetting Evelyn Sharp returned from the island.
Wait, she's
Obviously,
coming back?
best villain. Yeah, bro. It's
Why?
gonna be the main
Why?
villain. It's gonna be dope.
No.
Oh,
I would,
no, she's not actually coming back, is she?
No.
Oh.
Oh, okay. I was like,
I would-
wait, really?
No.
One character they haven't actually shown again
Right.
since Leon E.
Like,
Yeah.
we have to assume she's dead because, like, wasn't she inside that cage? Like, I don't.
Well, in
I mean,
fairness, we only got
I
that
think
Talia
she
reveal
could
this
be
season.
alive, but I just don't think Arrow wants anything.
No. I would like,
Oh, I
though.
th-
I would
The
like.
actress wants so much to do with Arrow, though.
Right,
she
yeah.
just posts about it on Twitter and Instagram all the time, so she
Uh-huh.
obviously wants to come back.
Yeah, because like she was literally in like 6 episodes.
She was
of,
such a
Yeah.
waste. But I would
of
like.
Arrow.
I would like to see a new Artemis because she was such a waste. I love
she was
Artemis.
wasted
I
a
would
lot.
like to see like a real version of it or something. But no, Thea should have been Artemis though. Thea should have been
Oh,
Artemis.
definitely.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
like it would have been. I don't know. I felt like she was just a copycat of Roy, and Roy did it way better.
Which I think Emiko is just a copycat of Thea. I think that the
yeah.
three archers are so similar to each other that it's really hard to if you're
It's
not like
really hard to make them different.
exactly. So like making Thea Artemis, I don't know, Roy
Like-
keep him as Arsenal, and then
Yeah.
Emiko is
Like,
Speedy. Would've been fun.
Yeah.
Oliver has like that something different, but whenever you try and like, that's why I feel like Roy was like the first one we really had, so he was so like fresh.
I think.
And even Thea was a little bit of a copy of Roy,
yeah. Oh
she
yeah.
definitely was.
Oh yeah.
and then she just had copies. Like it's weird. Like they can't do archers that well.
I
Like
think.
other
I
than
think it's because
Oliver.
there's so many of them.
Yeah. I think.
Every season we've got more archers to deal with.
Like we even had in season 3 that I forgot what his second Komodo or whatever.
Yeah, Komodo. He's actually a great villain though. I do like him.
I think what. I think there
I
are.
don't know very much about him, so.
I think they're going to continue doing this like Team Arrow inside of the future thing, and I do think they are going to do like a shift Team Arrow, and I do think very possible that Mia could become Artemis, and then we got like John Diggle or John Diggle Jr. As the Green Arrow, and then William as like Overwatch kind of, or like Overwatch 2.0, because he is good with like tech and stuff. So I think it's very possible they might do that throughout like.
Can they just like not have like an Overwatch? I don't see the point.
I mean, yeah. I mean,
Like,
well, I see. It is kind
Oliver
of neat.
figured out how to make an arrow that'll take someone's money from a bank account
Yeah, that
and
was pretty
send it
cool.
to
Yeah,
his
true.
bank account
True.
in like the
pretty
Caribbean or
badass.
something.
True. Yeah. I mean, he
I
did
mean,
make. Yeah.
I
Okay.
don't know. I think it's just because like, well, I mean they can have it, but I don't. Sometimes it's like why.
Yeah. I mean,
Like, why are you doing
I'm
this?
not gonna lie though. That one episode where we see like Felicity out inside the field, and we just see like Oliver as that Overwatch character, and I'm just like, why? That was probably one of the worst episodes of like last season. What, like episode 4 of last season? Like, oh, that was bad.
No, that was like that was my least favorite episode of the season.
Yeah, it was not good. It was not good.
I don't think it was my least favorite, but it was close.
Yeah, it was episode 4. I don't like it.
A lot of those middle-ish episodes weren't too good.
I didn't like
No.
the majority of last season.
I didn't like any of the episodes when Diggle was Green Arrow, except for like the Deathstroke.
I like the stuff with the crossbow, where they gave him a crossbow instead of a normal bow.
I mean,
It's like, that's cool.
yeah, I mean, I liked a couple of them, but like they dragged that on for way too long. What, like the first half he was the Green Arrow. I'm like, no.
I thought it was cool when he first got it, but
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, this is awesome. I thought it was going to be a 2-3 episode arc, but we have this such a long story arc, and then like events and like storylines that should go longer. Like Flashpoint, what, like 2 episodes? Even like on Legends, like season 3, the whole like dinosaur storyline.
getting off track.
No,
That's
no.
what the Holy Twade podcast does.
Oh, it's still an Arrow subject, so be good. I don't know.
We just start talking about the randomest stuff. We're like, hey, we're still talking about Arrow. It's not.
So what's everyone's favorite Arrow montage where they shot tennis balls?
Actually, well, I don't know. Probably the one in the premiere. But
Yeah, same.
the one where he's with Helena too, and Helena's
That-
like
yeah,
Yeah,
trying
the
to,
other one was cool.
She
she's like
needs to
throwing
return
stuff
as
up
well.
and all that, and Oliver's just like, pew pew. I can do this all day.
Then she takes the apple.
Yeah,
That was
take
cool.
the
Oh, yeah.
apple.
I like the Diggle one with the crossbow.
Yeah, oh
yeah,
yeah.
that one's
cool.
like that moment when he first got like the crossbow. That was awesome.
There's
I feel like season 6 is filled with a lot of great moments, but the episodes themselves aren't the best.
Yeah,
yeah.
I mean, Fundamentals is incredible.
Yeah.
Life Sentence is great.
The Diaz origin episode was good as well.
It was pretty good.
Not
Episode
really.
21, I think, the trial episode. I really liked it.
Oh yeah, docket 1122 or something.
Yeah, that's an
2219,
Easter egg
yeah.
to, like, the first comic
Yeah.
Green Arrow appeared in.
That was a
Which
good
it's
episode.
the same in episode 5 when Oliver is arrested. The name underneath Oliver Queen is his first appearance in the comics as well.
Mm-hmm. So, that was pretty cool. Like, honestly, from episode, 15, season 6 is pretty good.
Well, once they
Yeah.
got done with that whole Civil War storyline, it was not bad. It just, I
Yeah,
don't
the
know.
Civil
No, it
War
was
was
pretty bad.
In my opinion.
I mean, I hated
See,
that whole
I
Civil
didn't
War.
like that they fought in, the night, because you couldn't see anything.
Well, that was the point. They were trying to hide the bad CGI. That was their only
And then
reason.
freaking Renee picks up an axe and runs at Oliver, and Oliver just kicks him into a tree. and then Renee's in the hospital for 4 episodes.
Right.
That was
Yeah.
No,
was
that
a
was
great
probably the
time
worst
for it.
episode of the season.
I don't know. I get that they had a bigger budget, but I mean, that's what made this Captain America Civil War
So
big
good,
airport
yeah.
fight so cool was they did it in broad daylight.
Yeah, exactly.
I think
See,
See, that's the thing, though. Arrow likes using nighttime shoots.
Mhm.
They barely ever do daytime shoots.
I think that's what makes Lee and You such a cool episode, because we see all the characters inside of the light time. We see in the daytime, which we
Yeah.
barely ever see.
yeah,
ever.
that's something I feel like a lot of people talk about, how We and You is filmed in the day.
Mm. It makes
I
it
mean,
so
to be
good.
honest, that's mostly Anu scenes. We barely ever, even in the flashbacks, never saw. Well, we did see it a few times, but most of the time, Lee Anu was during daytime.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Yeah, true.
So that's why those flashbacks were always the best.
Yeah, the season 1 and 2 flashbacks are just incredible.
Oh yeah, perfect. They were, I feel like, the only great flashbacks.
Okay,
Yeah. Oh, I agree with
so-
that.
yeah.
I hated season 4. I hated season 5.
Anything else to say about Arrow actually ending?
I'm sad about it. I'm really sad about it. I legit can't believe it.
Yeah.
This Daredevil and Shield all being ended in
Yeah.
such a close proximity.
Thank
is hurting.
God for the MCU movie universe. 'Cause-
Even the MCU with Avengers Endgame being the chapter ending of this, I'm just not feeling comic book media in general going forward. I'm the least optimistic about it going forward as I have been in a long time, just because of how much things are ending.
Yeah, we're
I
just
mean,
losing
yeah, true.
everything. And cancel Flash. Why
No.
can't you cancel
No.
Flash?
get out of here. No. Bad Arcanine.
That's a
Bad.
legend.
No. Cancel Flash.
No.
Let's
Yeah.
just cancel Flash, replace it with Arrow 2.0.
Boom. Yeah. Cancel Flash, replace it with Arrow 2.0.
I'm about
Let's
to
mix
ban
the
y'all.
casts together and create Arrow Flash or
Flash.
Arrow.
Flash show. Flash show.
Flaro.
Arrow. Yeah.
I'm about to
just,
ban
and
y'all.
it's just like a buddy cop show.
Oliver and Barry.
Over and
A lot of
over.
people don't notice that's what it was originally supposed to be. If Flash didn't do good, they were going to cancel that and put Barry onto Arrow, which would have been I feel like it just wouldn't be Arrow then though, because he could just be I feel like they would make Barry just so weak, and just
Oliver's mother dies, and then Barry just comes in I'm your super friend.
Oh, God. I like that episode, but man, those tones, they don't match at all. I remember that somebody asked Stephen Amell after that, would Arrow ever do a musical episode or would Oliver Queen ever be in the musicals? And he was like, the day Oliver Queen is in a musical episode is the day I quit Arrow. I was like, jeez.
This is why I love Stephen Amell.
Classic
Well,
Stephen.
But I just love that Arrow 5X17 was Capuchon. I wanted to, and I liked it. And then the Flash, same week, is over there with their musical.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And what the hell was that?
What? Oliver's over here admitting that he wanted to kill and he liked it. And then Barry and Carter are chilling, tap dancing over there.
Okay.
They just hanging out with Music Meister.
Granted, though, they didn't really have a choice, though. Granted.
They
It's
didn't
not
seem
like
to
it was
really
karaoke
care to take
night.
the choice. They seemed to enjoy it.
I mean, true, but they weren't oh, let's go to karaoke. I mean,
Oh, man. I'm pretty sure that whole, I don't know. anyways, I'm basically done talking about Arrow. Like,
Yeah.
I'm sad.
Yeah. I'm definitely gonna cry during the final episode.
Man, I'm already crying.
Same.
Like, I was. Oh, yeah. So, yeah, I'm just sad, but I'll be bawling on the final episode.
Same.
I'll literally have like 3 boxes of tissues like on the couch with me.
Yeah. It's gonna be hard
I'm gonna
moving
shoot
on.
an arrow into a tennis ball in honor of my boy Ollie.
Yeah.
Uh,
I'm gonna hang my bow on my wall with like an arrow with a tennis ball.
This is actually the first time where I'm dreading the next shows for like next season because I'm obviously hyped for a Crisis, but like at the same time, like I don't want it to come. Just,
Arrow's ending. I don't care about Flash. Like
They're gonna
I'm
kill
just
off so
being
many
honest.
characters.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think half
Like
of the
with the
Legends
rumors
cast,
about Carlos and all that leaving, I think they're gonna kill off Cisco in Crisis too.
maybe very well. Yeah.
There's so many of the Legends are gonna bite it because they switch out Legends every season anyway, so might as well kill the
think
ones
they'll
that you're
kill
gonna
half
switch
Yeah.
out.
I think they'll kill off
Might as
Legends.
well kill him.
And
Plus,
I think
I don't even know if I don't think Legends is getting another season.
no.
Oh.
And I also getting off track. Not really off track, but they've in the flash forwards they talk about Diggle inside of the past tense. So I think it's he'll die in some way, shape, or form. If it's by
Yeah.
the big bad for next season, if it's in Crisis, he's gonna die in some way.
Yeah.
I
It's
mean, it's
I
possible
know we were
most of the
talking
cast
about
guys.
a lot, like Oliver, since Barry and Kara were going to die in Elseworlds, and Oliver made that deal, like,
Mm-hmm.
do we think the Monitor will let just him sacrifice himself in exchange?
I don't.
Maybe he's the one that's like maybe the Monitor sees it that Oliver is the one who started all of this.
Yeah, he's the one
Maybe.
that started it. He's just the heckin' G. Like, Oliver's just the best.
Yeah, well, I think other characters will die in the mist, but I think he will be the ultimately one who sacrifices himself.
Yeah.
For the ultimate finale.
Maybe Oliver doesn't even die. Maybe Flash missing vanishes in Crisis changes to Green Arrow missing vanishes in Crisis.
Yes.
Eobard Thawne just picks him up and runs off with him.
A lot of people think.
Like the history books have to stay the same. You have to live till you're 86 years old, Mr. Queen.
Yeah, so Eobard just takes him, runs off, and he just locks him in the cell until he's 86.
Exactly.
All of it's just like, oh shit.
I guess the history books were right after all.
Yeah. Well, I'm so smart, I can predict the future.
Well, I definitely think Nora messed some of that up when she redid time 250 times.
Yeah.
There has to
Oh,
be
Just
some
goes
kind
back
of
and sees the news article that says Oliver
Dude,
Queen lives to
I
be.
was surprised. Like, I didn't think they'd show us every time that she did it, but they said 56 times
Yeah.
or something.
That has to have affected something. Something.
Oh, definitely.
They're
Time
like,
rates,
they're like, oh,
Zoom.
but it's okay. Fortunately, nothing big happened. She redid the timeline 50 something times.
See, they can explain it a way if they want by saying, "Oh well, Nora actually reverses time, you change it." But at the same time, that should definitely pissed off some dominators or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah. Should we transition here to Captain Marvel?
Speaking
Yeah.
of dominators, who likes Captain Marvel?
I like it. I don't love it. I don't know. I definitely have a lot of problems with the film, but at the
Yeah.
same
Oh,
time,
we should actually probably say real quick spoilers, right?
Oh yeah.
Yes.
spoilers.
Alright,
Hey,
cool.
that one person watching. Hey, Darren's grandmother. Hi. What's up? If you haven't
Oh,
seen
she
Captain
just left.
Marvel, oh, god dang it. But anyway, spoiler alert. I feel like it's definitely a fun watch if you can kind of turn your brain off a little bit. I felt like besides the stuff that didn't really make sense, a lot of it was pretty uneven, whether it was the pacing or the tone and all that. Sometimes
Yeah.
a lot of it was it didn't really work, and it didn't have one cohesive thing. I felt like.
Yeah. Each
I
act
really-
felt very different.
Oh yeah, each act was its own little thing. So anyways, I loved the third act. I thought that was really great. For the most part, there are still things that I'm like, why did this happen, or that wasn't great.
Yeah.
But I definitely think the third act was the best. Like, up until that point, it wasn't really like that great, and I wasn't fully into it. But
Yeah.
once they got to like the house, kind of with like or weird people from our past or whatever, I could enjoy the film at least like enough.
Yeah.
So yeah, there were some things that I really didn't like about the film. Goose is a scene stealer. Like that cat is just
Goose.
like god dang it.
See,
That cat.
I'm
is
iffy on the film because like there are things from every act I like. I actually think that the Carol Danvers stuff, her past, all of stuff like that, I really didn't enjoy. Well, I didn't. It's not that I didn't enjoy it. I found it very boring. It's like,
Dude, same. The
Green's
worst part of the film for me was the origin. Like,
Yeah.
I didn't really care about it.
Like, I loved all the Korean Scroll stuff from the first act. I loved all the Nick Fury, Talos stuff from the second act. I loved all the fighting stuff from the third act.
Mm-hmm.
It's just the kind of the Carol Danvers origin stuff that's sprinkled in between all those acts that kind of brings each one down a little bit for me.
Oh yeah, definitely. Like, I loved like the Skrulls for the most part. I thought they were pretty cool, and all the twists and all that. Like, I feel like this was a kind of different MCU film in how they portrayed the villains and all that.
Yeah.
Cause like
it was weird. It was hard to tell who was the villain. I think it's a lot like Winter Soldier, where the villains might not be the villains.
Like, yeah, that's what I was thinking to myself. It's like, because at first you think Talos is the villain or whatever.
Yeah.
But then you're like, but is Carol's like weird Kree friend the villain though, or is this person the villain? Is Ronan the villain? Like,
they really didn't use Ronan much.
No, I was
considering that we found out he was coming back and we know he dies in Guardians. I was like, all right, so he's gonna be a big part of this. We're gonna be like, see badass Ronan, and then
not right. He sits in a spaceship for like 5 minutes.
Yeah, and then he stands there and he's like, right, let's blow up Earth. Then Carol just kind of.
Then Carol's like. And then
she like clicks her knuckles together and he's like, alrighty, let's get out of here.
Yeah. Yeah, no, Carol just stands there. She like raises one eyebrow at him.
She's like, all right, well,
yeah.
I'm needed somewhere else.
Right.
Go
some Xandarians need to be attacked.
Right.
Yeah. But I really liked all the stuff with like when Carol unlocked her powers. I loved seeing just what she could do. I still don't think like if you're telling me the universe is hanging in the balance that Captain Marvel is gonna beat Thor, like I just don't believe it.
See, I think it's gonna be a lot like Doctor Strange in Avengers.
Yeah. Because Doctor Strange was weak as heck in like his movie, but then Infinity War, he's just OP.
Between Doctor Strange and Avengers Infinity War, he's only had 2 years to hone his powers, and I guess however long he was fighting Dormammu or whatever in that dimension. Carol has had 25 years to get good with her powers between Captain Marvel and here.
Yeah, so she's definitely going to be
more... frick.
Right.
She could be crazy powerful now.
No, she could be, like, I definitely buy that she could be the most powerful Avenger. Like, she could be insane. I don't want that she's going to be the most powerful.
See, I need them to stop telling us she's the most powerful and actually show it.
Like,
like, stop telling us. Like, show us how goddamn powerful she is.
I feel like at this moment, I feel like she's not. Like, from what we've seen, I do think Doctor Strange can beat him, Thor, possibly Hulk, possibly Scarlet Witch if they did her, like, comic book powers, but she's OP inside of comics.
Beating Captain Marvel.
Yeah,
like,
Hulk's biggest thing is he's strong. That's it. Like, if it was a punching match, Hulk could win. If it's anything else, Carol wins.
I think Hulk is the most physically strong Avenger.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But if you say the most
Thor.
powerful Avenger...
Thor beats Hulk in the Sakaar fight, and there was mainly strength.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So that's debatable. Like, Thor could definitely
Thor
also be up there.
Always use his head, though. Like, he'll just run straight into battle. So I feel like Captain Marvel could beat Thor. Just because I think she would use her head more, if that makes sense. She'd be more smart.
Yeah.
I don't know. Thor's pretty smart.
I mean, yeah, but he doesn't always think when
Thor-
he's fighting.
Yeah, Thor. I think that Thor is very much hot-headed.
Yeah.
If somebody annoys him, he'll run in without thinking.
Right. Yeah.
That's what
Yeah, definitely.
gets. That's what the reason why he didn't go for the head was because he wasn't thinking.
Yeah, and he wanted to like
True.
torture him. Yeah. Thor could have beat Thanos. He could have. He just wanted to save her. He wanted to get that.
He had a good chance.
revenge.
He just didn't think it through.
Or cut
Yeah,
off the arm.
so, I
even
mean-
the arm.
I think Thor's a smart fighter. He's just not like
Okay, actually-
he doesn't think
Yeah.
things.
Thor
through
is
that
smart
much.
until he's provoked. If somebody annoys him, then he stops thinking and he just.
Then yeah.
Like
Definitely.
like with Hulk, I think he did very well, and I did think he used his brain a bit. Like he's like, whoa, buddy, I don't want to fight you here. Like yeah.
The thing is with Hulk, you kind of need to just use your rage against him because Hulk doesn't think. He just gets angry and he
True.
just punches everything.
But I think that might change in Endgame because I do think we're going to see Professor Hulk inside this film, where it's going to be that mix of like Bruce Banner and Hulk, which I think will make him weaker in a sense, just because the more Hulk gets angry, the more
Yeah, the Bruce part is holding back.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, I wasn't totally feeling like that she would be the most powerful yet, but at the same time, like we said, this is only like 1995 or whatever, or somewhere
Like the
around
third
there.
act, she was really powerful in the third act.
Oh yeah,
But I never said to myself during that third act,
she
I could see
beat
her
Thor,
taking on Thanos or Thor.
or Thor.
You know, I was like,
or-
yeah,
Well,
maybe she
yeah.
could give Doctor Strange or Scarlet Witch a run for their money, but no way Thor or Thanos is she doing them.
Yeah,
If
like she was really powerful. Voice crack. That's great. She was really powerful. So that I thought the third act was cool and showcasing that. I don't like the song choice for like the first fight in the third act.
Yeah, it was a
when
bit
she's
weird.
Just, like, yeah, when
It
she's
didn't
just
match
like
the song.
tearing through people. Like I don't know. But
I thought most of the song choices were good except for that.
yeah. Most.
Well,
of the
actually,
song
I had a
choices
problem with
thought were-
Come As You Are, the Nirvana song as well, in the Supreme Intelligence part, where like the Supreme Intelligence is like, oh, this is a good song. And she starts kind of dancing to it. That's the song for Defenders, the Marvel Netflix show, when they use that in all the trailers for Defenders. So I was like, come on, pick a different song. Don't use that.
Yeah. So overall, I think it was a fun movie, but I think there's definitely a lot of problems with it. I like
Yeah.
seeing this like intergalactic, like cosmic stuff, like
Yeah.
especially like before they went to Earth and all that,
Yeah.
and
It's,
the stuff
especially
when
if we
she
haven't seen a
unlocks-
serious take on it.
Oh yeah. Like Guardians of the Galaxy gave us some, Thor gave us some, and
Yeah.
I feel like this just expanded more on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they did
For
say
the most part, I think Brie Larson does a good job as Captain Marvel.
I think
Yeah.
they said that they want to expand on like the cosmic part of the MCU.
I think
going
they have to, because it's such a big part of Marvel in general.
Mm-hmm.
You know, Marvel utilizes their space stuff way more than DC does.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
So definitely, again, like a lot of the movie felt uneven, but I think if you turn your brain off and like go into the theater looking for a fun time, like watch some superheroes beat stuff up, I think most people will be happy.
Yeah.
All right.
At least like I don't know. I had a fun time watching it, but there are definitely some things that it's like, okay, yeah, no thanks.
Yeah.
It's like, that was kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, literally, that was, yeah. So,
I,
there's a lot of stuff that they, at first, you think is really cool.
Yeah.
And then you think about it, and you're like, okay, that's not really cool.
See, my thoughts coming out of the movie were, it doesn't deserve the hate it's getting, but it also
But it-
doesn't deserve a lot of the love it's getting. Because
Yeah,
some people are
yeah.
claiming it's the best thing ever, and other people are claiming it's the worst thing ever. And I'm like, it's
yeah,
kind of
it's-
just in the
It's
middle.
not. It's in the middle.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
right now, I have it around, like, 15 or 14th in the MCU.
yeah.
Like,
Like-
it's enjoyable, but it's not the best. But
It's
it's nowhere
definitely
near.
not. I don't think it's top 10 worthy.
No,
No.
no.
I think it's definitely, like, I could see people putting it in their top 15.
Yeah.
I say
But-
maybe like 17. Maybe.
I don't think it deserves all of the hate it's getting, but I definitely do
I
not
see some of
think
the
it was
hate,
one
but
of
some
the
people are
best.
taking it way too far. Like, they're saying, like, oh, the goose scene with Fury ruined the movie for them. Like, yes, it was dumb, and yes, it kind of cheapens what happened, but it doesn't make it dumb.
Yeah.
Wait, you just said it was kind of dumb, but it doesn't make it dumb.
But, yeah, I mean, like, it doesn't take away from the movie in general, sorry.
Okay. Yeah. All right.
All
So,
right.
yeah,
I'll give
I had a fun enough time with it. It wasn't one of my favorites, but I didn't hate it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. I have some problems. I like some of it, but I didn't. Okay. I thought Brie Larson did a fine job as Captain Marvel. I liked the Goose stuff. I love the Samuel L. Jackson stuff. I liked Fury. I love the Skrulls. But my biggest issue is probably the writing in the film. And Carol Danvers or Brie Larson had zero story in this film. Zero. She had nothing to overcome. She had nothing to fight for. And from the beginning of the film and the end of the film, she grew nothing. She didn't evolve as a character. She had no real story arc as a character. And they almost hinted at some of the stuff as they were keep telling her that she's emotional or she needed to push back all of her emotions, but we never see it. Not once in the film. We never see her being really emotional. And if they would have tapped with that, I think the film would have been much better. Maybe if she starts seeing some of her older lives and start getting emotional in some way, shape, or form, maybe for like a past lover or something, to kind of give her that story arc. But we never see that, and at the end, like we see her get stronger, but there's no lead up to that inside the first place. We never see her fight towards that. It almost feels very forced.
I mean, we do get that one scene where she's like, "My name is Carol."
Yeah,
and then she's like Super Saiyan mode, but.
Yeah, but
like, where does that come from?
Exactly. Like, I feel like if she would have at the end accepted that her past and her present are one, that she is Carol Danvers and she's Captain Marvel, being able to merge these two together, push through that pain that we should have seen throughout the film, that final fight scene would have been a lot better. It honestly really would have. And I'm really glad that they didn't pull a whole like Justice League thing with like Superman, and she comes in here and beats everyone's butts, and they kind of did to an extent, but he also made room for Nick Fury and the other members and Goose. I absolutely love Goose. Goose is the VIP or the MVP, I should say. Like, he was amazing. I do see why people are hating on like Goose scratching Nick Fury's eye, and I see why they're hating, and I'm kind of hating as well. But like, it was really funny. It was really funny. I also liked how they were setting up all this other stuff. We got the Tesseract.
For someone who's not a fan, that was probably like hilarious.
Yeah.
If you don't know the context of it, it's funny. If you do know the context of it,
you're like,
wow,
what?
Yeah, I mean, like
that ruins stuff. But
like
that ruins Marvel movies. I'm never watching another Marvel movie again.
But
it was pretty funny though when she's like at the end, the trainer or whatever. She's like, "Come on, Carol, prove to me that you're worth," and then she just blasted me.
Right. That reminded me of like the Hulk scene inside of the Avengers where he's just like taunting Hulk. He just like punches him, like across the room.
Oh yeah, Thor. I love when Thor's like after they take down one of the like Leviathan or whatever. Thor's just like, "Yeah, great job, dude," and
he
then
punches him across the room. But yeah, like I for that, just that reason, as I feel like there's zero story arc for Carol, I would put it lower, like maybe top 17 or something. Like I thought it was really enjoyable, just had no mention. And Brie Larson is signed on for 7 films, and for this film we have zero story arc for this character. And like, what are they gonna do for the next 6 films? Like, okay, yeah, we set up some of the stuff with the Skrulls, but like, I really need a good story arc for Carol going forward. Like in the Avengers films, yeah, I guess it'll be fine, but I would say she's at least going to have 3 solo films, so I'm kind of concerned about that. But overall, I thought it was enjoyable. I really like the Skrulls. Skrulls are one of my favorite Marvel villains. And I really want them to do something in the like secret Avengers storyline where we have a true like Skrull invasion. I'm not sure if they're gonna do that, but I would really like that. I absolutely love the Skrulls.
Up until this movie, I thought they were going with a secret invasion.
Yeah.
They were gonna have it revealed like tons of Marvel characters, Skrulls.
Yeah.
After this movie, I don't know anymore.
I always get Secret Wars and Secret Invasion mixed up.
Yeah, Secret Wars was where they all get transported to Battle World and they have to fight it out. And Secret Invasion is Skrulls infiltrating.
Yeah, okay, that's right.
If you've seen the original, like the Earth's Mightiest Avengers series, they did that storyline so good. They did the dismantle of the Avengers, and it would be perfect for Avengers 5, as we would get this brand new Avengers team with Captain Marvel in the head or leading it, and then she's dealing with her stuff from her past, which would be the Skrull Skrulls, and as these are new Avengers, their new team, they would be very easy to like not want to work together or very untrustworthy of like each other, and it would make sense for them to like unassemble the Avengers, and I think that would be the perfect plot for season 5.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if they're gonna do that now. Like, I did like the Skrulls. I did like how they kind of did like the secret thing, like who's the enemy here. But I was a little
The
disappointed.
Skrulls were the
Skrulls
best
in
part
this.
of the movie. For me.
Yeah.
But I love Thanos and Skrulls in this. But if they sacrificed Secret Invasion in exchange for humor in this movie, I'm gonna be really annoyed.
Same.
Secret Invasion is such a good storyline. It's probably my favorite Marvel storyline, with Civil War just over it.
Yeah.
I'll say.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. There's even a few scenes where I thought CGI was a little choppy. Like, I don't like that train scene where we see her fighting on a train. The CGI and the editing there was a little off. Like, for the
To be
most
fair,
part,
most of the fight scenes were like that. All the hand-to-hand stuff was terribly cut.
yeah. And there's even like a few lines. Now, I'm not sure if it was the script or if it was the her acting, but there's even a few scenes where like Brie Larson's acting was a little off as well. Again, I'm not sure if that's a script or just her acting, but overall, I did like her charisma, like with Nick Fury. Nick Fury was absolutely amazing. I honestly wish we would have got more of Phil Coulson though. Like, I felt like he was
that's
very.
what I was gonna say.
Phil Coulson was so underutilized.
Yeah.
I needed so much more of him.
Yeah. But Samuel Jackson's performance
stole the show. Yeah, absolutely. And the de-aging looked amazing. Like, I thought it was gonna look bad.
It looked flawless. Like, I could not find a problem with the de-aging. Some of the other special effects were a little iffy at sometimes.
Yeah.
But.
Yeah. But I currently enjoyed it. I just have several problems with the film, which is with every film, I guess. Like, I haven't found a bad MCU film. I think they're all just or okay, or just absolutely amazing. Yeah.
I don't think there's a terrible MCU film.
Yeah.
I think there's like one or two that I would call like kind of bad.
Yeah. Like,
Thor: The Dark World and Iron Man 3 are the only ones I genuinely consider bad.
Yeah.
But other than that,
almost every single one of them, like, I would not call like a bad film.
Yeah. And I think I'm really hyped for Brie Larson to like mix with the other Avengers. Very curious what like Tony Stark and Steve Rogers and like all these other characters think of her. Just coming
we might never see her properly interact with Tony Stark.
That's true.
I'm just like,
unless it's her that saves him.
What if she saved?
Unless it's
like,
her.
she could. They could completely switch things around, but I just think that we're not going to see any meaningful interactions between the two.
Yeah, maybe.
The same with Steve.
But yeah, I just want like Scarlett Johansson and Brie Larson having this like slap fight, like. It's like.
Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a lot of tension between her and then Captain America and like Black Widow, with being like who is really in charge here, because I feel like Captain Marvel is gonna be all used to being like in charge and being like ahead of things, and then you'll be like, whoa, that's not how we do things here. I'm in charge, and then especially when it comes to Iron Man, if they interact. But yeah, I'm very hyped. As long as they don't pull a Justice League and just have Captain Marvel just come in here and kick Thanos' butt, like, as long as they don't do that, I'm good. But yeah, like, that would trigger me so much.
Yeah, they've built up all of these Avengers for, what is it, like 7 years now, to have a brand new character who appeared a month before the movie came out be the one who beats the villain they've been building up for 10 years. I don't think I'd like it.
Yeah,
I think it needs to be the original 6 Avengers teaming up together to take down Thanos,
like,
or at least
I think
everyone at
Captain
once.
Can like kind of help, but I think it started with the original 6 Avengers. This chapter needs to end the original 6.
Yeah,
exactly.
I want like I want like when they're like about to fight Thanos for like the final time, I just want to see like a charge line and have the original six up front, and then like behind them, like following them, you have all these new Avengers. You got Black Panther, and you got Captain Marvel. All these people around him.
Spider-Man, Falcon.
Right.
Well, I mean, it depends on who they bring back.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I think they'll all come back at the end. I mean, even if some of them do die at the end.
I just want like the original 6 Avengers in like their circle, and
Yes.
then all around them they have like this huge like outer
Yes.
circle of like
Yes.
18,000 Avengers,
Well,
and you got the Avengers theme playing, and it's just
Yeah.
the greatest thing of all
I
time.
heard somewhere that like the final scene will have like 40 heroes in it or something. So I definitely think they're going to.
Yeah.
It won't be the final scene, but it's like the third act is gonna have
Yeah,
I think
yeah,
all
yeah.
of them in it.
Yeah,
Like apparently, people like Sebastian Stan, who plays Bucky, obviously, was talking about how people like Michael Douglas, who plays Hank Pym, was
Yes.
in scenes and stuff like that. And, like that's Hank
Yeah.
Pym in a scene with Bucky Barnes.
like oh my
Right.
god,
like everyone.
this is going to be insane.
I think we're
Yeah.
going to see like Harley. I think I won't maybe, and I think they'll definitely set up Harley in some way. Maybe him being like the new like Iron Man, maybe.
I'm gonna start a petition to get the theme of Avengers Earth's Mightiest Heroes
Oh my
in this
God.
movie.
Not like the like actual words, but I think like just having that like background music would be amazing. Oh yeah, that would be phenomenal. That'd be phenomenal.
Yeah, because like the words could be taken as like really childish.
Yeah.
maybe,
I
to
don't.
some people, but if you just have that background,
Yes.
it's sick music for like just the general audience, but B, the comic book lovers that watch the show will just be losing like
Yes.
their mind.
Or maybe they could do like a mix of that and also the original like Avengers theme thing.
Oh
do
yeah,
kind of a
like
mix
a
between the
mix.
two,
Yes.
like-
Yes.
Would be
Get
amazing.
Alan Silvestri on this right now.
I'm very hyped. I honestly wish they would have like released this film a little later though. I mean, a little sooner, like maybe in like February or something.
Yeah.
Because I feel like
I would just like that
Definitely came
because-
out too late, but
Yeah.
It can't be
wanted that
rewatched.
International Women's Day.
Yeah, I would like to have had it out earlier so that it could be rewatched as well as all the others before Infinity War. Like the
Yes.
same Black Panther situation, it came out so late that I couldn't rewatch it before Infinity War because it was too late to be in cinemas, but it was too early to be out on DVD yet.
And also, I
Right,
feel like
direct.
all the films are like all the MCU films are just like in like one spot. Just like months like after each other. Like I still wish.
Yeah, like
I still wish like Captain Marvel should have been like January maybe. Then you got.
like put Captain Marvel January.
Then you got Endgame and.
Captain Marvel could have easily been an end of last year movie. Like
Oh,
there was a
yeah.
big gap between Ant-Man
Yeah,
and the Wasp
true.
and this.
Oh
True.
yeah, that's why I think it's gonna be good when we have 4 movies in a year if they work up to that, because then we
Yeah.
can have a movie in like November.
Well,
Yeah.
this is a rumor, so don't kill me. But I heard a rumor somewhere that that we are going to take a year and we're not going to have any MCU films in like 2020. And that Black Widow will be in early 2021, which would kill me.
When
But it would make
don't know
sense.
about that because Guardians of the
I-
Galaxy 3 was supposed to be May
the-
2020. That was the release date. It was officially given.
Mhm.
Oh yeah,
But now that that's not there anymore, I'm assuming they would have still want that slot, so they would put
So,
a new movie in there.
I think Black Widow's 2020,
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
maybe.
gotta be.
Also,
Same
I
with
think, like-
Eternals and
and
Doctor
then
Strange.
maybe Doctor Strange 2,
Yeah,
but we
yeah.
haven't heard much of that, so
Yeah,
I really
I
don't
think-
know.
They
when
start
that's
filming in
coming out.
September.
Did they?
Oh, it does.
Okay, so yeah.
So maybe end of year 2020.
Yeah,
Maybe,
and then
yeah.
Eternal starts filming August.
Yeah,
Yeah. So,
So-
those will be kind of like around the same time now.
there'll be films next year. I'm almost certain.
Yeah, I mean that's what I want, but
Plus, there's release dates for 2020 booked. They were booked ages back.
Yeah, they were booked like a year ago or something.
Yeah.
but yeah, I'm. I like her. I like Captain Marvel. Like it wasn't the best film, but it was.
All right, Connor.
Yes, what I think about Captain Marvel?
No, what you think about grapes?
Oh, right. Well, see, I don't know. I'm kind of iffy on them. Like they can be good, but they can also be bad. No, you gotta get just the right one.
I'm triggered. Grapes are like the best thing in the world.
But yeah, Captain Marvel. I definitely liked it. I enjoyed it. it has a lot more problems when you think about it more, but you just gotta not think about it. The whole Avenger thing, where the Avenger name came from Carol, that annoyed me. The clawing Fury's eye, that annoyed me. There was just a bunch of little things like that annoyed me, but overall, I think it was a fun movie.
I agree.
I didn't love any of the acts, though. I thought each act had something in it that was good, but they also had something in it that was bad.
Yeah,
true. I borderline loved the third act. I don't know.
I think the third act was definitely the best act,
yeah,
but I still think it had a lot wrong with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
I think the third act was too much about setting up other movies, or at least connecting to other movies.
Yeah. I often felt like the first two halves were kind of boring, which isn't a bad thing. But I'm just saying, when you have like a 2-hour movie which is the demographic is for like younger kids, like kids are going to get antsy, they're going to get bored. My dad fell asleep while we were watching inside the theater.
Yeah.
So I definitely. It could have been shorter.
Not even gonna lie, I was pretty tired. I did off to sleep in like the first act.
Yeah, and also I felt. I don't think we talked about this, but I thought the backflashes and the certain parts like that was kind of choppy and very confusing. Like the first 30 minutes, I was low key confused. I'm like, whoa. What's going on here?
All of that stuff was not paced very well.
Oh yeah, if you show someone that has never seen an MCU movie. That part, they are not going to have any clue at all what's going on.
Yeah.
This is one of the most unique movies I find, just because it was paced so weirdly, and because the scenes were cut so weirdly. It feels so different from other MCU movies because it's just done so weirdly, but it's not a good thing.
No, yeah.
It's a bad thing, it feels different.
Yeah, true. And there's certain parts of the film where it doesn't even feel like an MCU film, where it just feels like it's its own, thing. And, if it didn't have, Nick Fury and stuff in it, it could have been something completely different.
Yeah, another issue that I found sometimes is I felt like once in a while, it felt like it was trying to break out of the Marvel mold and the Marvel formula.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
but then it also got caught with wanting to be still in this Marvel formula thing, and sometimes it just meshed together and didn't really work well for me.
Yeah.
This movie has so much attention because it is so heavily connected to Endgame.
Yeah.
In the end of Infinity War is Captain Marvel, that's the big thing. You want to find out how Endgame gets fixed. That's the movie you go see. And then you come see this movie and it has pretty much nothing to do with Endgame.
I feel like you could skip this film.
Well, what I come here for.
You could easily skip this film and as long as you basically know about Captain Marvel, you should be good for the most part.
Yeah.
Except for you can argue the Pacer stuff. You can argue the Pacer stuff mixed in there, but besides that,
anything that needs to be known about Carol will be re-explained in Avengers Endgame.
Yeah,
anything
because,
we need to know,
true.
She'll say to the Avengers in Endgame.
Honestly, you don't really need to watch this film to be ready for Endgame.
They could have easily just introduced her inside of Endgame and then did this film afterwards, if they wanted to.
They could have.
Yeah. I get why they are doing it this way. But
they could have just had this movie come out after Endgame and nothing would change, really. Just change the end credit scene.
Yeah, oh yeah. Absolutely.
Hell, it might even work better because we know what she becomes.
Yeah, they did the same thing with the Spider-Man.
Yeah, exactly.
It worked great with the Spider-Man. I don't know. I don't...
Because I don't see what the point of having Ronan Korath in this movie was when they did so little. It's like, hey, look, these characters from Guardians of the Galaxy are in this movie.
But they're
going to have about a minute screen time each. You won't really know it's them until you look really closely.
Yeah.
It would not surprise me if...
You can kind of tell it's Ronan because just the shape of, his body, but, he didn't
also because Jan Rod calls him Ronan.
I think
that...
Sorry. I think that maybe Captain Marvel 2 will actually maybe, take place in the similar timeline before
I think it has to.
Yeah, because there's so much undone, and I really liked a lot of these supporting characters. I like Nick Fury. I liked her pilot friend. I absolutely love Goose. I want Goose as my present day. I need a Goose movie, guys. I need Marvel's Goose. I need it. I need it.
Can I just own Goose?
I thought Goose was cool, but I didn't love him.
I thought
it's a cat.
I was I liked him a lot, but at the same time, I knew he was just there basically for comedic effect.
Yeah, exactly. He's the baby Groot of this movie.
Yeah, literally. No, he's the baby Groot of this movie.
Here to sell toys.
Connor just summed it up.
Oh, absolutely.
Thank you.
And the whole like suit thing at the end, I thought was very weird. Like when we see like the daughter like messing with like her like the suit thing.
Yeah. That went on too long. It was cool at first, but it went on way too long. She switched to like 6 or 7 different suits.
This is supposed
So I
to
was
be
like, just pick one. Just pick one.
This is supposed to be ancient alien technology, and you just have this like
Exactly.
12-year-old girl changing the suits, and I'm just like, come on. And that scene was only there to sell merchandise for like they can sell the different kind of suits.
Yes.
The only reason.
And to get the comic book fans. It was comic book fans and merchandise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, after this movie.
So were those all different suits she's worn in the comic?
No, only like 2 of them or 3 of them were.
No, okay.
Okay. Well then,
Yeah.
all right. That's kind of.
Somebody said that one of them was supposed to be a reference to Shazam. One of them was the red and yellow from Shazam's costume.
Yeah.
It was really dark.
Yeah, that's one thing I couldn't see the colors fully. 'Cause it was
Yeah.
pretty dark.
Yeah.
But I mean, her final suit looks dope.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I love it.
Like it looks awesome.
What I want after this film, and I don't think it would happen, but I would love a show on Disney Plus, which is just basically takes time in this timeline where we see Nick Fury, we get Agent Coulson, we get Goose, and almost this like buddy cop show, just seeing like the like him
With
as
Goose.
Frozen Shield, like that'd be amazing. I would love that. And
The
how
Goose
he-
Coulson Nick Fury fun hour.
Honestly, I'd be down for that because Nick Fury's awesome.
Oh,
Joe
Samuel L.
Coulson's
Jackson's
awesome.
one of the best
Goose
actors.
is.
I
I
see
like,
more Coulson in my life.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Throw him in there. Although
'Cause-
he's not the best at designing Captain America suits.
Isn't he like
true.
dead
That's
inside
true.
present day though?
Supposedly he is coming back in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. season 6, but
Oh, okay.
we're to assume it's a different version of the character, like it's from a different universe or it's a different timeline, because he seems to be a villain now. It's weird.
Weird.
I need to get caught up with that. But...
It's so good.
Yeah. Same. I gotta start watching.
Well,
Season 1 was so boring.
honestly, I can see.
It is, but then we rewatch it after seeing the new season, seeing everything they've been through. You're like, oh, season 1's so nice and happy.
Okay. Oh,
Like,
yeah.
look how happy they are. And now it's like, wow, they got dark.
Yeah. So. I
Yeah.
don't know. Anyone else have thoughts on Captain Marvel?
Goose bad. Bad Goose. Stop eating Infinity
Captain
Stones.
over here hates cats confirmed.
I love
You-
cats.
even
I just
though-
don't
even though
like
he
alien
tweeted out
cats.
on Twitter
What was
that-
I don't like alien
How
cats
can
with
anyone-
tentacles.
What was he exactly?
You throw up Infinity Stones.
I still think like the more you think about it, the more funny it is because like we hear him say that he like the last person he trusted he like got hit or like he lost his eye and
Yeah.
like,
And I can't look at that without seeing a big cat claw hole across his
Yeah.
eye.
it makes
Like,
sense.
what?
But I was
don't know.
talking about this with Luke last night, but I don't know if you guys saw. I sent that meme where you just see like you like see a picture of Goose and then you see a picture of Thanos with like there's like claw marks on his face, which
I saw it.
and for it honestly would not surprise me if I'm being completely honest. I mean, for like a while that theory was like with the Wolverine. It was
Oh,
like,
that would
What?
have been cool.
What
yeah.
the exact species Goose is? It's
Flurkin.
the fur. Yeah. So, could they? Does it make sense that they could like carry around a heckin' Infinity Stone in their stomach? Because I'm not
I mean-
a big comic like.
In Captain America: The First Avenger, Red Skull drops the Tesseract and it burns straight through a plane, like right into the
Right.
ocean, and then that's where it stays
Okay,
in Stark
so-
content. So-
So my like issue with it does make sense. Like, how
Yes,
does
it
this
makes
cat,
perfect sense. It should burn right through his stomach.
like? I don't get that. How is he like? Yeah, I don't know. Anyways,
I don't know, but
Like, remember, Nick tries to take it out of the weird big thing it's in when Loki shows up and he starts burning
at
his
the start of
hand.
the Avengers?
Yeah, and he throws into it and he's like, "Ow!"
Yeah, and then Goose is just like, "Go."
Yeah, it's like, "Hey,
And,
this
like-
tastes pretty nice."
and then they put
Oh,
it inside
man,
of the
this-
like
This
lunchbox.
is nice, bro.
They like just stuck it inside the like lunchbox.
Yeah, they did as well, didn't they?
Yeah.
Oh man,
Yeah.
that really doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. So I don't know.
Jeez.
I think we all kind of agree. Like it's a fun enough film. Like it has a lot of problems.
It's
But-
forgettable. It's
Yeah,
fun, but it's forgettable.
I don't see
Yeah,
me like
yeah,
wanting to
I'd agree with
rewatch
that.
this. And honestly, there's not much of a reason to like rewatch it either. Like, not that much happens.
Yeah, exactly.
No, I'm gonna rewatch it probably like once when it comes on Netflix.
Yeah. Well, I don't
Yeah,
think it is.
same.
I think
Like I
it's
do with all
going
of them.
straight to like Disney Plus, from what I've heard.
Mhm.
I
This
don't
is
think
not gonna be like a Civil War that I rewatched 6 times. and
Yeah.
whatever.
I probably won't rewatch it until before the sequel comes out, or until the
Like-
next movie of Captain Marvel is about to come out.
Yeah,
that isn't
so like
Endgame.
Avengers 5 or
Yeah.
something.
Yeah.
Which I think
So-
will be a little while. I think they want to focus on like solo films for like a little while.
Yeah.
Mhm. So, anyways, I think that basically sums it all up.
Yeah.
Arrow good, Captain Marvel bad.
Thank you all so much.
Captain
for
Marvel, you
coming.
failed this city.
Connor, say something funny to end it.
Oh no, don't put me on the spot like that. Goose.
Okay, thank you guys so much for watching. See y'all next time. Peace.
Bye.